Good morning, friends. Merry Christmas to all. అలాగే అందరికీ వైకుంఠ ఏకాదశి శుభాకాంక్షలు. This video pertains to, particularly relates to the failure of the police in registering the cases. You may be knowing, according to section 154 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, whenever an officer in charge of a police station receives information either orally or in writing regarding the commission of a cognizable offense, he has to reduce the same into writing and register an FIR and register the complaint as FIR, that is first information report, and he has to start the so-called investigation. So FIR is the first step for going to the investigation. If they fail to register the FIR, this is more important. So of course, even in section 154 clause 3, it is there. If the SHO or the officer in charge fail to register the case or refuses to register the case, then the petitioner or the complainant can approach the superintendent of police, who in turn can investigate the case or can endorse the case to somebody. Of course, this is all legal procedure. In Karnataka, particularly in Gulbarga district, an unsavory incident occurred to an inspector of police by name Siddha Ramesh Gaded or Gaud. I think maybe Gaud. Siddha Ramesh Gaud. What happened is, on 20th of October 2020, almost 2 months back, a woman went to Bazaar police station in Gulbarga. Normally they call it as Kalaburgi. She went there and she wanted to report the matter of her missing son. So she complained that her son was missing from 2 or 3 days back and he is not traced. Right? As usual, the police did not register the case. They said, we will make efforts, we also make efforts. If he is not traced, then we will see. Same thing happened. She has moved around the court police station for about a couple of days and I think for a week. But no response. Here the main point is, they have not registered the case. Right? Please remember, according to the famous celebrated case law in Lalit Kumari versus Government of UP 2014, the police officers, they have to register the FIR except in matrimonial matters, except the breach of contract matters or commercial transactions like that. But they have to register the FIR. Here they failed. Ultimately, she approached the Honorable High Court of Karnataka bench at Gulbarga. She filed a writ of habeas corpus. You may be knowing, Article 226 says that when any fundamental right is violated, then a person can approach the Honorable High Court under 226 of the Constitution of India and also under Article 32 before the Supreme Court of India. Anyway, she approached the Honorable High Court of Karnataka bench at Gulbarga. So, claiming that her son is not traced, so the police should trace her son and produce him before her, number one. Number two, the failure of the police in registering the case. Now, the court came down heavily on the inspector of police of Bazaar police station, this Siddha Ramesh Gaud, and actually the punishment they have given is that he has to clean the police station premises for 1 week. Daily he has to come and he has to clean the premises. See how bad it is. No doubt the intention of the High Court is to make him reform or to reform him or to realize that he has forgotten to perform the bounden duty or lawful duty. Discharge of official duty has failed. Of course, to make him realize that he is a public servant. So they have asked him to clean the police station premises. Of course, people are very anxious because normally the general public will look at the police with contempt, CONTEMPT. Right now, they are curious or eager enough to see how he will perform the act, or how whether he will go in appeal to the High Court or Supreme Court or full bench. Like that, they are eager. But what I want to say is, here, no doubt, please remember, once again I want to reiterate that please remember section 166 and 166A. 166A more particularly, if 166A clause 3, if any police officer fails to register the FIR in cases of 326, 320, 354, 307, then 376, 304B, like that, of that offences against women, definitely they are punishable under section 166A, which may extend from 6 months to 2 years. So that there is a penal section also. Of course, since it is a case of missing, actually, we cannot say, even the court cannot pressurize that they have to register the FIR, because section 154 says about only cognizable offences. Whether missing of a person is a cognizable offence or not, we do not know. If she had given the information that her son was abducted or kidnapped, then it would have been a FIR has to be registered. Missing cases, accident cases, they are a typical, we don't know whether we have to register the FIR or not. Of course, Supreme Court has given guidelines, rulings that they should be registered the FIR, because suppose if a person is missing tomorrow, suppose if she is a woman, or even if a man, so he might have been kidnapped, he might have been killed, he might have been done to extorted, like that. So the section of law may be there. Suppose if you don't register the case, if you don't investigate the case in the initial stage, the material evidence will go, and definitely the investigation will suffer a loss. So that's why, please remember, it is your duty, it is your statutory duty, that is, it is a lawful duty according to statute, according to section 154, you have to register the case. What is the fun of not registering? What is that you are going to get by not registering a case of call? Suppose if it is a property offence, if so many properties or so many are involved, that it is a grave case, some higher officers will come, no problem, it is not there, it is after all a case of missing. That too you have to sympathize with the woman, because her son is missing and she has made frantic efforts since he is not traced. Then only she came to you, and it is your duty to register a case and send messages to all the persons. So mails or paper information, all these things will continue. Otherwise, what happens? The failure is on the part of Inspector of Police, and now he has to clean the premises just like a municipal. So, incidentally, I have to say that very recently, the municipality people, the scavengers, somebody must be in Vijayawada and in some Gudivada and some other places, they have thrown the garbage in front of the banks, since they are not giving the loans sanctioned by the under the welfare schemes of the AP government, it has also come. So now there should be somebody to clean the premises. Please don't go to that extent. So high courts, they don't spare you. This is one such example. So even though the inspector goes to the Supreme Court and get a stay order, even though he goes to once again review petition files, is a different thing. But the news, today's news, definitely it's alarming, and it's rather degrading the image of the police in the eyes of public. Is it not? Suppose if the police, normally police will be at the altar, at the higher level, we will be afraid that police will arrest any person on any ground. But now the police officer has to go to the police station and sweep the police station. How bad it is, how bad it looks. So please don't resort. It is your bonded duty, it is your lawful duty, it is your statutory duty to register cases. Once you register the case, definitely investigation will be in your hands. You can do whatever you like, investigate. So please don't forget to register the FIR, and we don't want to see such, actually it's not an unpleasant atmosphere that the court has asked these people to clean the police station premises, right? So I request all of you to react in a positive way and register all the cases, which is your bounden duty. In the discharge of your official duty, you are supposed to register cases. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much.